the way because it's gonna come up to the road here. They're gonna get out of the way. Woo, getting warm now. Might overheat the phone. Here we go. 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 Here we go.
If someone walks across now, that thing crosses the road.
Got it, Captain. Please share the broadcast. I would appreciate it. And they're watching this side of the road over here. They don't want it to get established over there.
Hey, 238, right behind you, man. Probably a good spot for you.
There we go. Here we go. All right. Get run over out here. Thank you, Marilyn. Appreciate that. You always got my back. All right. Good little show for a minute there. Again, they don't want it on this side of the road, and that's the reason they did that. They got a lot better chance of controlling something that they start than they do the wildfire running down the road at them. So that's the reason that they do that. They just remove the fuel out in front of the main fire at their pace, and so they've got a much better chance of knocking that down and keeping it from jumping the road. Very sound tactical decision. High Grove. All right. I'm gonna swing around and get these guys right here, I think. This looks like San Bernardino unit here. I think that's 551. I'm not. Yep, 3551 out of San Bernardino.
Water 10 or 78, and we have 3 water tenders.
All right. Getting a good little fire attack today. .3551 is going to move down. They'll pick up this little low spot here. Again, they don't want it on this side of the road. Right now, it all looks good, and they got plenty of people watching that. This is one of the RRU hand crews. I'm not sure which one, but it's one of the crews. Please share the broadcast. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you. I see all the hearts going by. Thanks a lot for that. Appreciate that. So this is a great example. So they're strip burning right here along the road. The main fire is this. And it's not racing at us, but it could. So their idea is to burn this out at a pace that they can control it, which is what they're doing. And then when this main fire burns down to here, it'll hit this already black, already burned fuel and run out of fuel. That's kind of how that works. That's what this entire operation is about. They're keeping these engines right here to keep water on this as needed. They let it burn the fuel out, and then they knock it down. Let it burn out, knock it down. It's repetition over and over and over. It probably looks like chaos, but it's definitely controlled chaos. It's a very sound, tactical operation that they're doing here. This is what they do. They remove all the nasties. I saw them throw some tires on the road. They don't want to burn all that crap. It's bad for the environment. So you can see the main fire is picking up intensity. If it does that down here close to the road, if they can't control that, it could get across the road. So they're spending their time pre-burning this. They're going to strip burn this all along this edge. I'm not sure where they've got a stopping point. I just don't know what it is. They know. It's part of the firing plan. Before they ever do this, there's a firing plan in place, and it's okayed by the incident commander. So they have a starting point and a stopping point that's known before they put any fire on the ground. They know who's holding and they know who's lighting, and they move as fast as they can to accomplish the mission and still be safe. Thanks, man. Thanks. Appreciate that. All right, and so one of those engines ran out of water, and then bam, two more right here. 3157 has got their line out, so now it'll be their turn. Look at their tactic. Their tactic is their engine is pointed away, so it's much easier for the driver just to keep slowly creeping down as he's watching his firefighters in the rearview mirror. Something goes bad, they just all drive away. It's very quick and easy and safe. Excellent tactic. The mattresses and stuff. And then those engines that were those Type 1s that were up there working it a minute ago, they'll go out, get water, and they'll come back and be ready to be in place when these engines run out. And it's just a round robin. It just keeps going over and over and over again. We got a dozer here. If it does get across, looks like he's no, I don't know if he's going to unload or not, but he's ready to. Nothing going on over here. All right.
I'll head down there.
Yeah, they're going to come down here to this golf course. That's what they'll do, and then they'll probably start hooking it and going back around. See, they don't want any of this junk to burn and throw all that extra nasty ass smoke in the air and everything. So they'll remove as much of this as they can. That's better for the environment.
Right.
Get that junk out of the way. That's what I'm talking about. See there, they pull these tires and stuff that people just throw out here, all this old trash. Yep, fire sale on the mattress. I think this one's free. Bring your hay hook and load up.
Not right now, we're in a firing job. What's this?
All right, so they cleaned up the edge of the road. Yeah, I think it is. Keith, I think that's the one it is. Oak quarry, yeah, something like that, right? Great. Thanks, Air Ops. Appreciate that. That's good information. This is where they'll put them, I'm sure, because this is the hot flank, and it's moving pretty good clip to the south. Those rocks slow it down a bit, but they won't stop it. So we might have some good tanker action here in a minute. So accomplishing the mission. They don't have any fire on the wrong side of the road. They have adequate resources in pocket in case they do get a start on the other side of the road. They got a dozer here, they got hand crews here, and some Type 3s that can jump this thing if it does get over here. Hopefully it will not. So far, they're holding it very well. They're strip burning this thing along the road. And there's our main fire right there. And got a bit of a wind shift. Okay, there is a leak in that hook. Got a bit of a wind shift from when I first got here, and I was on the other side of the fire. So now we're on the leading edge or the head of the fire. All right, let's get some photos here. Fire is coming. Those sycamores, they're going to throw some firebrands, so I'm sure they got a plan in place for that. Thank you so much for all the hearts and the shares. I really appreciate that. All right. Looks like, I can't tell if that's 1 or 5, but one of the CAL FIRE helicopters is here. What they'll probably do is he'll fly around, get a good look at the whole thing, report into the IC, probably he'll insert his crew somewhere. I don't know where. He might set them down here in the road. I don't know. But and then the golf course right behind me here has got some little ponds, so he'll start getting water and taking care of that. Start hitting targets of opportunity. Let's go get some shots of this young man here knocking down some fire. See how much they communicate. They communicate this with their entire crew. They get a wind shift. Everybody gets told. Fire woke up. It's moving along pretty good up there. There we go. Yep, there he is. He circled the fire. He's probably giving his report right now, the incident commander, giving him the rundown. And then he'll drop the crew off and start for bucket ops. Or he's got a belly tank, so they'll drop the snorkel and he'll get busy. Squirt a little water, there you go. See, they're not They just light this in little strips. We'll get down here where we can take a look again. Oh, anybody need a chest rope? So they just burn this in little strips. It's light fuel. See how there's on this side, the fuel's not crazy thick. It's just light fuels. They just burn it in little strips, manageable strips. Then when the main fire gets here, it runs out of fuel. When it gets down to the bottom, it runs out of fuel. There's nothing here to race up this side, throw firebrands across. That's the idea behind this whole operation. Looks like they're going to start throwing some hand toss too, so we'll get to watch that. All right, looks like we've got a tanker on scene. Let me get out of the way here. Okay, we're going to start throwing some hand toss here in a second. The captain's got some hand toss there. He tosses those like a grenade, and then they go off like one of those ground flowers or those fireworks. Yeah, you see one kind of going off right there to the edge of the burn. So now that they had burnt this strip, okay, the strip all along here, now they can get a little bit more depth, let that burn, and that makes the black wider. You get this black and you get that black, and you got a much wider path of black, so when that main fire gets down here, runs out of fuel, and it goes out even farther away from the edge of the road. Crown bloom flower, there you go. Very similar.
Guys, you hear that? Heads up, big swing.
Crazy smoke for the middle of the day. Awful dark over there, huh? Okay, here, oh, you can see the helo. Maybe I can zoom in. That's where he's inserting his crew. Okay, so the crew will start working there. They'll get up, they'll find a safe spot to get up next to the line and go to work. Got tanker 7-4 right above us. Okay, so won't be long and we'll have a little bit of a show here. Got one, I don't know what this other tanker is. It might be 7-3 swinging around low. He's coming around, getting a look at things, waiting for the helo to get out of there, I'm sure. Middle of the day, and it's so dark you can barely see a fire engine with all their lights going. Crazy. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Don't see that on the news. There you go. There's going to be another one right behind him. Wow. Oh, we're getting some retardant on us. A little bit, little specks. All right. How was that, huh? See, look where he put that drop right there. Right in that little ravine. Probably the next one will tag and extend. I don't know, hard to say. Oh, here we go. Oh, reinforcement. Didn't make it any longer.
Huh?
Hope they're going for the road. I don't know.
Because they're going there?
No, this is a real fire, man. This is the real deal. This is the real deal right here. Unknown on the start. Have no idea. I usually never know.
Hey! They pulled up with the fire. Pulled up with the fire.
There goes one of those hand toss right there going on.
You should have picked a branch, not a draw.
You're welcome. Thank you for watching. Please share the broadcast. That'd be awesome. No, it's I see somebody offering drinks. No, we're good. We're good. These guys are well equipped. Not their first day. All right, so these guys are going to engage here. Get after it. Looks like comes our first helo drop. Let's see who this is. If it's 301 or 305, that will be helicopter 305 from the CAL FIRE San Bernardino unit, helicopter 305. So crew 305, he dropped them off up there. We should be getting a little bit more tanker drop here shortly. All right, here we go. Crew getting after it. All right, this is where they're going to probably make their stand. I think 301's him and Ryan. Unless there's been a change I'm unaware of, which is entirely possible. Yep, Prado. That's correct. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. 305 laying in the mud. All right. Well, 305's in there. Then it'll be a minute before the fixed wing gets back. See air attack buzzing around up there. Okay, so now we're getting a stronger wind, so they put some guys on the other side of the road, so in case it spots, they're ready for a immediate response. And we already had a fire over there. That's all pre-burned. I mean, there's grass on it, but it's pre-burned. Yeah, for sure it is. They go to the same fires. They're not that far apart, so. So this is where the crew is gonna, what they call anchor. Okay, so they're gonna start putting in a scratch line. It's gonna be about 18, 24 inches wide, solid all the way down to the mineral soil. And they're gonna start right up here. This road is the anchor point. They're going to go down, they're going to go through there. The saw is cutting them a path, and they'll probably go up and one way, some place or another, they'll go up and get on the fire's edge and just start working their way up, working their way up, working their way up, all the way. That helicopter crew that they dropped in, 305, crew 5 up there, is going to do exactly what these guys are doing, but they're going to start up there and probably come this way. They won't put in as crazy of a line as these guys, okay? Probably won't be as wide. And they might skip certain areas because that's called hot spotting, and they need to make time. They need to go really fast. That's their specialty. So they'll pick areas of vulnerability and they'll put in the scratch line real quick and they'll keep moving. this crew or other crews will come in and widen, hold, and improve the line that those guys put in. That's kind of how it works. Yes, that's exactly right. Because the air is supporting the ground guys, and the ground